Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah.
Last time we looked at the Nazrim. They wrote the Bible. The Nazrim became what we now call Christians. The Great Isaiah Scroll was the only Dead Sea Scroll discovered in its entirety, all 66 chapters. Judaism avoids reading the parts of Isaiah Scroll that refer to the Messiah. Isaiah 53 is sometimes referred to as the Forbidden Chapter because it talks about Jesus, Yeshua in Hebrew. A lot of Jews are unwilling to admit their Messiah came and they didn't recognize him. So Isaiah 53 is left out of all Jewish services. Jews had a part in the breakup of Christianity and Judaism, and today many Jews will not acknowledge that Jesus was Jewish. We'll look at that. I'm Jim Becca for the Messianic Judaism Network. Judaism and Christianity both have changed over the past 2,000 years, partially because of a major event that happened in the year 70 AD, or 70 CE for Jews, the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem.
But when the Second Temple was destroyed, it basically eradicated Judaism as it had existed up until that time. For one reason, of course, because the Levitical system was totally shut down. The sacrificial system in Jerusalem was obliterated. Not only that, but the genealogical records of all Israel were destroyed. The Jews thought that the safest place in the world for their records was in the temple, and when the Romans destroyed the temple, they also destroyed all the genealogical records by the fathers.
One of the early sticking points between the Christians and Jews was over the Battle of Jerusalem. Many historians point out that Christians refused to fight alongside their Jewish brothers and fled the city. There are even some accounts that Titus allowed Christians to leave the city as it was being surrounded. This probably angered the Jewish zealots, who persecuted anyone not actively working to overthrow Roman rule. But why wouldn't Christians defend Jerusalem? The answer, their Messiah told them not to. Jesus said, "When you see Jerusalem being surrounded by armies, you will know that its desolation is near. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Let those in the city get out, and let those in the country not enter the city." In spite of the differences between Christians and Jews, they remained one religion until the Roman Emperor Constantine converted to Christianity and changed things. We'll look at that next. Christianity was pretty entrenched in Judaism as a Jewish sect until the Roman Emperor Constantine changed everything in 325 when he gathered a group together in Nicaea that excluded Jews. He wanted to separate Judaism and Christianity. The faith brought to Rome that originated with a Jewish Messiah and outlined by the prophet Isaiah was now to become a Gentile religion. The Bible says the menorah design was given to Moses. But after the gathering of Nicaea, most important Jewish images, like the menorah, were eliminated from Christian artwork. Among other things, Constantine moved the Christian capital from Jerusalem to Rome. He moved the Sabbath from Saturday to Sunday. He also modified the Jewish holy days. Passover was an important event. It was the day the Israelite slaves of Egypt marked the doorposts of their homes with blood, so the Spirit of the Lord would know to pass over the homes and not take the life of the firstborn. It was also the day the Jewish Messiah Jesus was crucified for the world. So how did Constantine change Passover? First, he gave it a new name, Easter, which is not found in the Bible. Then Constantine moved the date to Easter Sunday, the day after the first full moon after the spring equinox. But Christianity remained a Jewish sect until the end of the 4th century, when the Archbishop of Constantinople began viciously attacking Jews and accusing them of being Christ killers. The Archbishop was upset that Christians were still worshiping with Jews. During the past 2,000 years, Christians and Jews have taken different paths, though the Messiah Jesus never claimed he was starting a new religion. And today, mainstream Judaism wants Christians to renounce the Jewish Messiah Jesus to become Jewish, which is a little ironic, and which Messianic Jews, born Jewish, are ignoring. I'm Jim Becca. Hebrew is the language of the Bible. Just look at the Dead Sea Scrolls. And you can begin learning Hebrew with Hebrew alphabet in 30 days.